Hello and welcome to everyone in the virtual classroom to learn case flow statement. Let us take a question from Saurashtra University March 2016 question paper having something new given for the first time that you are going to face for the first time in this topic. Have a look on the data given in the question. Balance sheets for the 2 year, one for the last year, another for the current year, 31st March 2015, for which we have to prepare the case flow statement. Then what is the new thing of this question that you are going to face for the first time in this topic? Have a look. This is the new thing of the question that you are going to face for the first time. A profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2015 has been given. Till the last question, additional information points were given in the question of this topic. And on the basis of additional information points as well as the balance sheets, we were preparing the case flow statement for those questions. While over here, profit and loss account has been given for the current year for which we have to prepare the case flow statement, and that is a new point of the question. How to use this profit and loss account for our case flow statement preparation process? You will have to find out non-cash and non-operating items from this given profit and loss account to decide the cash profit generated from business operation under the first title of case flow statement. A, cash flow generated from business operation or operating activities. So non-cash and non-operating items recorded in this profit and loss account, we will be adjusting in the net profit of the current year to arrive for the cash profit generated from business operation. Not only that, we will have to find out some items, some entries from this profit and loss account related with selling of some items like investment or sale of building, on the basis of which we will have to decide the selling price of that investment or building given in this profit and loss account in the form of profit or loss that took place due to sale of that item, because we need selling price of that item to report it in the case flow statement under proper title, that is either B, investing activities, or C, financing activities, on the basis of nature of the given item recorded in the profit and loss account either for the profit or loss due to sale of that item. Okay, with this observation, let us start case flow statement for this question. As usual, let us decide the profit of the year. On the liability side, profit and loss account, last year balance 1,56,000, current year's balance 1,95,000. As usual, difference between the two balances of profit and loss appropriation account given in the balance sheet. By that way, we were deciding the net profit of the current year. Let us do it once again in this question also. A, cash flow generated from business operation or operating activities. Net profit difference of balances of profit and loss appropriation account during the period of two balance sheets. As we saw in the balance sheet, current year's balance 1,95,000, last year's balance 1,56,000. That gives the profit of the year 39,000. Nothing is new. Almost we did it in our all the previous questions. But over here, as I told you, profit and loss account has been given. So we are in a position to verify this profit or make a reconciliation of this profit from the given profit and loss account. What I mean to say, this profit that we decided 39,000 can be verified from the given profit and loss account also. Let us verify it over there. What is the profit of the year? Have a look. Profit before tax, then income tax provision for the current year 1,47,000, and then afterwards this is the profit after tax. Normally हम इनको PAT कहते हैं, profit after tax. It is the net profit of the current year 2,10,600. Then afterwards opening balance of profit and loss account has been added 1,56,000. That gives 3,66,600. Then appropriation of profits item. Two items have been given: transfer to general reserve, proposed dividend 78,000, 93,600. The total of these two is 1,71,600. And that gives the closing balance of profit and loss. As we saw in the balance sheet also, current year's balance was 1,95,000. And then we compared these two balances to decide the profit of the year: 1,95,000 minus 1,56,000, and we decided the profit of the year 39,000. Over here, as I explained you, profit after tax, profit of the current year 2,10,600, and then afterwards these two appropriations items have been given: transferred to GR, proposed dividend, total is 1,71,600. So from this profit 2,10,600, the profit of the year, from which if you deduct these two appropriation items, the total of which is 1,71,600, that gives 39,000. Once again I am repeating, net profit of the year PAT 2,10,600 minus two appropriation of profit items transferred to GR and proposed dividend, total of these two 1,71,600. From this profit of the year 2,10,600 minus two appropriation items, the total of which is 1,71,600. If you deduct it, that will give you the profit of the year 39,000. So by this way, you can verify, you can make a reconciliation of the profit and loss account to decide the profit of the year. In the cash flow statement, we compared the two balances of profit and loss appropriation given in the balance sheet, and we decided the net profit of the year 39,000. Same 39,000 can be confirmed, can be verified, can be reconciled from this profit and loss account also by this way: profit of the year minus appropriation items 1,71,600, that gives the profit of the year 39,000. So this was the verification of the net profit that we decided and recorded in the cash flow statement. Okay, let us start. Here profit and loss account has been given. So let us start from the reverse. What I mean to say, from bottom to top. हम लास्ट एंट्री से शुरू करेंगे, बॉटम से शुरू करेंगे और चलते चलते टॉप तक पहुंचेंगे इस प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट के। लेट अस स्टार्ट इट। क्लोजिंग बैलेंस ऑफ प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट 1,95,000. We already saw it in the balance sheet also. Now appropriation of profit items. Proposed dividend 93,600. Let us verify the balance sheet. How proposed dividend has been shown over there. Balance sheet, liability side. Second last item, proposed dividend, current year 93,600 as we saw in the profit and loss account also, and the last year's balance 78,000. Last item, unpaid dividend for 14 nil, for 15 10,400. Unpaid dividend, for which proposed dividend this unpaid dividend would have been related. You know proposed dividend. In one of the previous question, I had told you the provisions of the Companies Act, so you know it very well. और मैंने आपको 2 लाइन भी कही थी कि last year's proposed dividend would have been paid in the current year and the current year's proposed dividend will be paid in the next year. ये कहे तो भी करना है, ये ना कहे तो भी करना है, because it is related with provisions of Companies Act. So 93,600 is the proposal for the proposed dividend of the current year. It cannot be paid in the current year. It would be paid in the next year when company will receive the consents of the shareholders in the AGM, which will take place in the next year. तो ये तो अगले साल में चुकाना है। तो ये 10,400 लास्ट ईयर के प्रपोज डिविडेंड के साथ ही रिलेटेड है, क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर का प्रपोज डिविडेंड ही इस साल में चुकाया जाता है। सो 10,400 unpaid dividend is related with the proposed dividend of the last year. What is the meaning of this unpaid dividend? Company was supposed to make the payment of the last year's proposed dividend in the current year, but out of this 78,000, still 10,400 remains in this account, namely unpaid dividend account. Which are the probable reasons due to which this unpaid dividend comes in the picture? You know, sometimes shareholder may have expired and who is the legal heirs of that shareholder अभी ये तय नहीं हुआ है, and that is why company cannot make the payment of dividend to that particular person who has been deceased, who has been expired. Sometimes shareholders may have shifted into a foreign country without informing the company. Sometimes shareholders may have shifted from one city, from one state to another city, another state without informing the company. Sometimes shareholders may have changed the bank account details without informing the company. So these are some of the probable reasons due to which company cannot make the payment of proposed dividend to concerned shareholders, and that is why that amount remains in this account, namely unpaid dividend account. जब ये reasons सॉर्ट आउट किए जाएंगे, सॉल्व हो जाएंगे, तब जाकर कंपनी उस अनपेड डिविडेंड की अमाउंट कंसर्न शेयर होल्डर्स को पे कर देगी। तब तक यह अमाउंट इसी ही अकाउंट में बनी रहेगी, नेमली अनपेड डिविडेंड अकाउंट। So this was the explanation for the proposed dividend with unpaid dividend. Let us prepare a working note to pass the journal entry for this item. Necessary working notes and journal entry for proposed dividend, for appropriation of profit, that is for the current year's proposal that we saw in the profit and loss account. Profit and loss appropriation account debited 93,600 to proposed dividend account credited 93,600. Then for the payment of last year's proposed dividend, as I told you, ये कहे तो भी करना है, ना कहे तो भी करना है. Proposed dividend account debited 78,000. Entire amount has been debited to the proposed dividend account. To close that account, to close that balance. 2. Bank account credited 67,600. 2. Unpaid dividend account credited 10,400. Out of 78,000, still 10,400 is to be paid, and that is why it remains in this account, unpaid dividend account, and the remaining 78,000 minus 10,400, 67,600 has been paid. So bank account credited 67,600 to unpaid dividend account credited 10,400. Let us give the posting in the concerned ledger accounts related with this item: proposed dividend and unpaid dividend. Proposed dividend account first. Opening balance 78,000, closing balance 93,600. Posting of the first journal entry: proposed dividend account debited to bank account credited 67,600 to unpaid dividend account credited 10,400. Total of these two is 78,000. Opposite narration, opposite amount. So proposed dividend debit to bank credit to unpaid dividend account credit. Unpaid dividend account. Have a look. Unpaid dividend account credit 10,400, opposite narration, by proposed dividend account. Then posting of the second journal entry: profit and loss appropriation account debit to proposed dividend account credit for the current year's proposal 93,600, and this 93,600 remains as a closing balance in this account. It cannot be paid in the current year. It will be paid in the next year after receiving the consents of the shareholders in the AGM, which will take place in the next year. Cash flow impact. Debit side, title came bank, indicates cash outflow. Under title C, financing activities, minus 67,600. On the credit side, title came profit and loss. Merely it is a proposal, it is a non-cash item. So being a non-cash item, will be added back in the current year's profit once again by adding back it in the profit of the year under the first title. Let us do it. After deciding the profit of the year, 39,000, adjustments for non-cash and non-operating items, proposed dividend plus 93,600. Then payment. Under title C, financing activities, cash flow generated from financial or financing activities, proposed dividend paid of last year minus 67,600. So this was for proposed dividend. Let us verify the profit and loss account once again. हम रिवर्स जा रहे हैं बॉटम टू टॉप. Transfer to general reserve 78,000. You know the journal entry that would have been passed for this particular transaction: profit and loss appropriation account debit to general reserve account credit 78,000. GR account, opening balance 4,42,000, closing balance 5,20,000. This is the posting: profit and loss appropriation debit to GR account credit 78. Account is over 520. Title came profit and loss merely it is a transfer from profit and loss to GR. It's a non-cash item. And being a non-cash item, this 78,000 will be added back in the current year's profit once again under the first item. Let us add back it. Transfer to general reserve plus 78,000. Once again, profit and loss account. Two appropriation items got over, proposed dividend and general reserve. Then opening balance of profit and loss account, we already saw it in the balance sheet also. Profit after tax, PAT, profit of the current year, from which we deducted the total of two appropriation items 171,600 and we verified the profit of the year 39,000. Once again, provision for tax, it is the current year's provision 1,47,000. Profit and loss account debited to income tax provision account credited. Let us report it in the concerned ledger accounts. But before that, let me show the working note related for this particular item of income tax. Though it's very simple, number of times you have already passed the journal entries for this type of transaction. Once again, income tax for current year's provision, profit and loss account debited 1,47,000 to income tax provision account credited 1,47,000. After posting this journal entry, if you close the account, you will find the balancing figure on the debit side of that account, which would be the payment for the current year, and the JE would be income tax provision account debited to bank account credited. Let us give the posting of these two journal entry in the income tax provision account. Income tax provision account, opening balance 2,34,000, closing balance 2,47,000. First JE that we passed, profit and loss account debited to income tax provision account credited 1,47,000. Close the account, credit side looks bigger, 3,81,000. Put it on the debit side, 3,81,000. That gives a balancing figure of rupees 1,34,000 on the debit side. What it could be? It must be the income tax payment paid for the current year. Income tax provision account debit to bank account credit. Cash flow impact. Title came bank indicates cash outflow. Under Title A, last and separate reporting for the payment of tax, जिनको normally कहते हैं pending item. On the credit side, title came profit and loss. It's merely provision, non-cash item, and being a non-cash item will be and should be added back under the first title. Let us report it under the first title, income tax provision plus 1,47,000 and payment of income tax. Once you decide the cash flow from operating activities, then this would be the last and separate reporting under the first title, income tax paid minus 1,34,000. Profit and loss account. Once again, so provision for tax, it's over. We came over here, PBT, profit before tax, then other items, profit before tax. Now dividend received 12,000. This is the income that has been credited to the profit and loss account by the company, but you know the nature of this item. Why you have received the dividend? Because you had made some investment on which you have received the dividend. So nature is related with investment, investing activities. So this 12,000 should be and would be reported under Title B as a cash inflow. And from the current year's profit in which it has been included by the company, we have to deduct it because the nature is non-operating income. इन्वेस्टमेंट करते रहना, डिविडेंड अर्न करते रहना आपका बिजनेस ऑपरेशन नहीं है. इट्स ए नॉन ऑपरेटिंग इनकम and we have to decide the cash profit generated only from business operation related transactions. So from the first title, under the title A, we will deduct this 12,000 and we will report this 12,000 under title B, investing activities. Let us report it. Title A, cash flow generated from business operation or operating income, dividend income minus 12,000, and we will report it under title B, investing activities. Cash flow generated from investment or investing activities, dividend received plus 12,000. तो प्रॉफिट में से निकाल दिया अंडर द फर्स्ट टाइटल बिकॉज द नेचर वॉज नॉन ऑपरेटिंग एंड द नेचर वॉज रिलेटेड विथ इन्वेस्टमेंट और इन्वेस्टिंग एक्टिविटीज. तो टाइटल बी के नीचे हमने इनको रिपोर्ट कर दिया एज ए कैश इनफ्लो प्लस 12,000. वंस अगेन द प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट रीडिंग आफ्टर डिविडेंड. प्रॉफिट ऑन सेल ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट cost rupees 52,000 and the profit amount is 26,000. So whatever the profit that took place due to sale of investment, that profit rupees 26,000 has been credited to the profit and loss account by the company. So what is the selling price of this investment? Because we need selling price to report it in the cash flow statement. Investment has been sold. So under Title B, we have to report the selling price of this investment. See, cost was 52,000 and the profit amount is 26,000. So 52,000 plus 26,000, that gives 78,000 as a selling price of this investment. Let us prepare a working note for this investment. Working note number 3. Investment. For selling of investment, as I told you, cost is 52,000 and the profit is 26,000. So selling price 78,000. Bank account debited 78,000 to investment account credited 78,000. We credited full sales price with profit. So let us transfer the profit. For transfer of profit, investment account debited to profit and loss account credited 26,000. Give the posting impact in the concerned ledger accounts of investment. This is the investment account. Opening balance 2,60,000, closing balance selling price posting 78,000. Closing balance 2,08,000 given over here. Let us give the posting of the two journal entry. First, bank account debited to investment account credited 78,000. Cost 52 plus profit 26,000. That gives selling price 78,000. Then transfer of profit, investment account debited 26,000. To profit and loss account credited 26,000. Total 2,86,000, 2,86,000, no balancing figure. It's over. Cash flow impact. Over here title came bank indicates cash inflow due to sale of investment under investing activities plus 78,000. On the debit side title came profit and loss account 26,000. It's a non-cash item. We already verified this 26,000 credited to the profit and loss account by the company, but it's a non-operating income and that is why it will be deducted from the current year's net profit under the title A, cash flow from business operation or operating activities. Let us report it. 26,000. Profit on sale of investment minus 26,000. Then selling price 78,000 under title B. Cash flow generated from investment or investing activities plus 78,000. Once again प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट, हम रिवर्स से जा रहे हैं बॉटम टू टॉप. आफ्टर इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रॉफिट ऑन सेल ऑफ बिल्डिंग and the amount of profit is 25,600. Profit on sale of building and the amount of profit 25,600. Into bracket cost rupees 1,30,000. Accumulated depreciation rupees 90,600. This information is very important. Cost and accumulated depreciation. Let us verify the balance sheet whether company follows the depreciation fund system or not. On the asset side, two fixed assets have been given: machinery, land and building. On the liability side, third last item, provision for depreciation. Opening balance 5,98,000, closing balance 7,54,000. Provision for depreciation, you know it very well. It is the another name of depreciation fund system. So over here company follows the depreciation fund system, and that is why the word cost and accumulated depreciations are very important to decide the written down value. Let us prepare a working note for this transaction of sale of a building. Working note number 4. Building depreciation fund system has been given in the question. Original cost of the building was 1,30,000 less total accumulated depreciation of this building 90,600. ये depreciation fund की opening balance में रहा है, वहाँ पे इनको opening balance में include किया गया है. Deduct this 90,600. That gives the written down value in the current year 39,400. We need selling price of this building to report it in the cash flow statement under title B, and that selling price has not been given clearly in the question. So how to decide it? Add the profit given in the profit and loss account 25,600, and now we are getting the selling price rupees 65,000. How we got it? Once again, original cost less total depreciation, accumulated depreciation इतने सालों का deducted, that gives the written down value 39,400. Add profit from profit and loss account 25,600, and now we are getting the selling price 65,000. ये सेलिंग प्राइस हमें कैश फ्लो स्टेटमेंट में रिपोर्ट करनी है अंडर टाइटल बी. जर्नल एंट्री नंबर 1. बैंक अकाउंट डेबिटेड 65,000. डेप्रिसिएशन फंड अकाउंट डेबिटेड 90,600 टू बिल्डिंग अकाउंट क्रेडिटेड 1,55,600, जिसकी ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट थी 1,30,000, मगर हमने प्रॉफिट के साथ क्रेडिट किया तो अब प्रॉफिट को ट्रांसफर करना है. Building account debited 25,600 to profit and loss account credited 25,600 for transfer of profit. Remaining two journal entries are for the depreciation of the current year. Once you close the depreciation fund account, you will find a balancing figure on the credit side, which would be the depreciation of the current year. Profit and loss account debited to depreciation fund account credited, and once you close the fixed assets account, you will find a balancing figure on the debit side, which would be the purchases made in the current year. Fixed assets account debited to bank account credited 5,20,000. Let us give the posting of these two journal entry and decide the balancing figure. Fixed assets account and depreciation fund account. Land and building account, opening balance 12,80,000, closing balance 16,70,000. First journal entry, bank debited 65,000, depreciation fund account debited 90,600. This is the depreciation fund account, debit 90,600. 2. Land and building account credited 1,55,600. Total of these two. Opposite narration, opposite amount by bank, by depreciation fund. Total 1,55,600. Then second G, for transfer of profit. Land and building account debited to profit and loss account credited 25,600. Posting is over. Let us close these two ledger accounts and find out the balancing figure. Land and building first. Credit side looks bigger, 18,25,600. Put it on the debit side, 18,25,600. That gives the balancing figure on the debit side, which must be the purchases made in the current year, and the JE we already saw it in the working note. Land and building account debited to bank account credited. Account is over. Depreciation fund account. Opening balance 5,98,000, closing balance 7,54,000. This is the posting of the first JE. Debit side looks bigger, 8,44,600. Put it on the credit side, 8,44,600. That gives a balancing figure on the credit side, 2,46,600. What it could be? It must be the depreciation of the current year provided on the two fixed assets, namely machinery and land and building. Profit and loss account debited to depreciation fund account credited, current year's depreciation. Over here in this question, profit and loss account has also been given. So we can verify this amount of depreciation in the given profit and loss account, because the JE was profit and loss account debited to depreciation fund account. So this amount certainly, obviously would have been debited to the given profit and loss account. We will verify it after giving the impact in the cash flow statement. Cash flow impact. Depreciation fund. Credit side, title came profit and loss. Depreciation is always a non-cash item. So being a non-cash item will be added back under the first title. This is the transfer of depreciation, doesn't affect the cash flow. Land and building account. On the credit side, title came bank, sales, cash inflow. Under title B, investing activities. On the debit side, once again title came bank, purchases, indicates cash outflow. Under title B, minus 5,20,000. Title profit and loss. For transfer of profit, 25,600. Company has credited this profit to profit and loss account. We already saw it. It's a non-operating income, and that is why should be deducted from the current year's profit in which it has been included by the company. So under the first title, we will deduct this profit. So two items under A, depreciation as a non-cash item will be added back, and 25,600 profit as a non-operating income will be deducted, while sale of land and building and purchases of land and building will be reported under title B. Let us do it. Have a look. Depreciation on fixed assets plus 2,46,600 and profit on sale of land and building minus 25,600. Then title B, investing activities. One is sale, another is purchase, related with same item. Purchases of land and building minus 5,20,000 and sale of land and building plus 65,000. Now, as I told you, the depreciation that we decided from the ledger account of depreciation fund. This is the amount 2,46,600 can be verified also from the given profit and loss account. Let us verify it whether it is there or not. Have a look. रिवर्स से जा रहे हैं. Depreciation on machinery 1,60,000. Depreciation of land and building 86,600. Total of these two 1,60,000 and 86,600 would be the 2,46,600 जो हमने depreciation fund account में तय किया था. It get tallied with this profit and loss account. Over here also depreciation has been debited on machinery and on land and building 1,60,000, 86,600 दोनों का टोटल करेंगे तो वो होगा 2,46,600. Depreciation for the current year, profit and loss account debited to depreciation fund account credited. So it gets confirmed. Next, sale of building is over. Goodwill written off 12,000. Profit and loss account debited to goodwill account credited. By this way, journal entry would have been passed. Let us give the posting in the goodwill account. Goodwill account, opening balance 32,000, closing balance 20,000. Posting of this journal entry, profit and loss account debited to goodwill account credited 12,000, written off in the current year. It's a non-cash item. Title came profit and loss, and being a non-cash item will be added back in the current year's profit once again. So under title A, goodwill written off plus 12,000. Once again profit and loss account, reverse verification. So goodwill written off over depreciation over selling and distribution expenses, administrative expenses. These are the business operation expenses related with business operation. Nothing is new. They are the operating expenditure paid in cash, so doesn't affect the cash flow statement. Sales, less cost of goods sold, also related with both business operation. So nothing is there which can affect the cash flow statement. Profit and loss account got over. Let us verify the balance sheet for the remaining items. Come on the asset side first. Goodwill over. Machinery 8 lakh versus 8 lakh, no change. That is why does not affect the cash flow statement. Land and building already over. Investment over. Investment और land and building के profit हमें profit and loss account में दिए गए थे, and we already saw it. Debtors and stock, item of current assets. Wait, we will report it under the first title, but after deciding the cash profit generated from business operations. So wait, cash balance को हम last में verify करते हैं. Come on the liability side. Equity share capital 7,80,000, 10,40,000. Something is there. What does it mean? It means in the current year, company has made a further issue for rupees 2,60,000. Bank account debited to equity share capital account credited 2,60,000. Under financing activities, let us report it. Have a look. Cash flow generated from financial activities, issue of equity share capital plus 2,60,000. Once again balance sheet reading. After equity share capital, general reserve already over, profit and loss account over, debentures 5,20,000, 3,64,000, balance has been decreased by 1,56,000. What does it mean? It means in the current year a redemption has been made for the debenture. Debentures account debited to debenture holders account credited, debenture holders account debited to bank account credited. Minus 1,56,000 indicates the cash outflow, and under title C, financing activities. Redemption of debenture minus 1,56,000. Under financing activities, redemption of debentures minus 1,56,000. Once again, balance it. After debentures, creditors and bills payable, item of current liabilities, we will report it under the first title, but after deciding cash profit from business operations. So wait. Provision for tax over, provision for depreciation, depreciation fund system over, proposed dividend over, and unpaid dividend also over. So now two items of current assets and two items of current liabilities that we have to report in the cash flow statement. Before we do that, let us decide the cash profit generated from business operation, and then afterwards we will be reporting these changes in current assets and current liabilities. Profit of the year 39,000. Adjustments for non-cash and non-operating items. The final impact of all this adjustment plus 5,13,600. Add it in the profit of the year. That gives cash profit before changes in working capital plus 5,52,600. So we got the cash profit generated before changes in current assets and current liabilities. Let us report changes in current assets and current liabilities. You know the relationship CA with current assets, negative relationship CL with cash flow. Current assets CA with cash flow, negative relationship CL with cash flow, positive relationship. Let us implement it. Increase is in CA, namely debtors. Decrease is the cash flow, minus 60,000. Increase is in CA, namely stock. Decrease is the cash flow, minus 18,000. And now two items of current liabilities, namely creditors. Decrease is in CL. Creditors, decrease is the cash flow, minus 62,000. Increase is in CL, namely bills payable, plus 88,000. Net impact of these four items of CA and CL minus 52,000, and that gives the answer of cash flow generated from operating activities plus 5,600. Less income tax payment, pending item, you know, we already reported it. Income tax paid minus 1,34,000. That gives the final answer of net cash flow from operating activities A plus 3,66,600. Total of B, investing activities, 4 items, and the total of net cash flow from investing activities B minus 3,65,000. See, cash flow from financing activities, 3 items are there, and net cash flow from financing activities C plus 36,400. Final picture. Ultimately, how much cash flow has been generated by the business during the year? Net cash flow of entire business unit A plus B plus C, that gives plus 38,000. Let us verify the opening as well as the closing balance of cash and bank from the balance sheet. Have a look on the asset side. Last item, cash balance, opening 20,000 and closing 58,000. Let us add the opening balance, rupees 20,000. Add opening balance of cash and bank plus 20,000. That gives the closing balance of cash and bank 58,000. We already saw it in the balance sheet. Once again, let me show it so you can verify it. Have a look on the asset side. Last item, cash balance 58,000. That we got in our answer, 58,000. Closing balance of cash and bank 58,000. It means our answer is a correct answer. It is a true answer. It does get tallied with the closing balance of cash and bank given in the balance sheet of the current year also. So it is a correct answer. So this was the process to reach at the final answer of closing balance of cash and bank 58,000. It was a question of March 2016 question paper of Saurashtra University. Profit and loss account was given. That was a new point of the question. I hope each and everything of this question would be very clear in your mind. Thank you. Thank you very much.